this Android, yeah, comes out and just absolutely rips the league apart, blood. 50 goals, blood, for Man City or something like that, bro. Like,
Man said we
what the
can't replace him, and then they just upgraded. They just upgraded. He's ridiculous, bruv. Fucking ridiculous. I can't even be too annoyed about it. I'm grateful Haaland's about. He's the only thing that saved me from seeing Arsenal lift the league. So yeah, big up to him, man. Keep it up. Bag another hat trick against us. You'll get a double hat trick when we come to the fucking Etihad. Probably get it in a half. That guy is just—he's already one of the best goal scorers the league's ever seen. Already
51, bro. Like, this is crazy.
He's not done. He'll get to 60. He'll get to 60, maybe 65 by the end of the season if he really amps it up.
He's not done. Like, his finishing's crazy, bro. I can't even lie. Like, his finishing
and this was the season he had to adapt. This is the adaptation season, bruv. It's crazy,
But the weird thing about him, yeah, is that, you know, like, I always say it. If you're a good finisher, you can play anywhere in the world. You know why? Because the grass is green everywhere and the goal is the same size and in the same place everywhere, blood. If you are a finisher, just a pure goal scorer, you can score goals anywhere. There's no excuse. It's not about, oh yeah, like Italy, France, whatever. Bruv, give me the ball in the box, I will put the ball in the goal, blood. And that's exactly what Erling Haaland is, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear this adaptation. Like, finishers don't need to adapt. The team need to adapt to them, bro. Like, get the ball to them, they score goals, period.
That's a very fair point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a very fair point. Because I looked at the likes of like Lukaku and Aubameyang when we have them, and that's the same energy I had with them. Yeah, they have their drawbacks, like off the ball work rate and everything is basically non-existent and all of that. But they'll make runs when we have the ball, and we won't pass the ball to them at the right positions. Midfield will just take extra touches, overplay to death, and the opportunity to play the ball is gone. Man City, they don't do that. They see the run, boom, there you go. There's the ball, do something with it. And that's why it's been piss easy for him to get goals, because all you need is to make the chances for him. And we don't do that. Like, I was guilty of thinking, like, Haaland might need a year to adapt. I didn't think he was going to have, like, 5-10 goals in a season or something stupid. But I didn't think he'd have the Dortmund numbers. He's fucking blitzed it. He's blitzed it. Fair play to him, because he's just shown the difference between a Man City and the state of my club. Because it's about feeding the guy the chances, and that is it. He'll do the rest of the work.
But the thing is with Erling, yeah, he's in a team full of creators. A team full of creators. Do you know what I mean?
And so we're in a team of overplayers.
Yeah, but this is all it is, because Pep said, yeah, like Haaland's such a good finisher that Man City in the earlier part of the season were guilty of trying to force the ball to him too quickly. Do you know what I mean? So instead of playing the extra pass before the pass, they kept just trying to force it to him, like get it forward quickly. And it was easier to defend against. And as soon as Man City started to adapt to how to get the ball to him, they were fine. This new Kevin De Bruyne thing in the number 10, kind of higher up, closer to Haaland, yeah, to kind of be the direct shuttle for him, is working. Obviously, Jack Grealish is floating a lot more now. Like, he played the through ball for the goal yesterday. City just have too much, bro. City have too much in terms of creativity. And when you've got a finisher like him, it's like, it's inevitable, bro. And the thing is, if you know that you've got a finisher like Haaland, you can afford to adapt your game really to him, in the sense that you can be sure that if you give him the plate, he'll finish his food, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? There's players like Lukaku, it's not the case. Like, I don't think he's worth adapting the way your team play for him, because he misses so many easy chances. It's like, do you know what I mean? Like, is the sacrifice really worth it, bruv? Because you can sacrifice all these things and then you're not guaranteed. You ain't got a guaranteed bagsman. You need to give him 8 chances in a game for him to score. Whereas with Erling, you give him 2, he'll score 1 of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, finding a clinical player is not easy, especially in this day and age. And then to have the confidence as well. Like, the confidence level I've seen of Haaland is different to, I think, anything I've ever seen. Or at least within the last decade or so. Because it's just that surefire belief in yourself that you're going to score. make a chance. You know exactly what you're going to do. You're composed in the moment. You put the ball into the back of the net. It's done. It's light work for him. And he makes it as easy on the pitch as he probably makes it look on the training ground. Maybe it's because I'm a Chelsea fan. I have not seen that in fucking years.
No, but you know what it is with him, yeah? Like, he's a freak of nature because we've never seen a finisher as good as him, yeah, with the pace that he has. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you think of all like the best finishers, yeah, Michael Owen lost his pace, so you could take him out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? But Michael Owen was a good finisher in the box. Fernando Torres wasn't really a poacher. He scored goals, but he relied a lot on his pace. It's like Erling Haaland, even without his pace, is still scoring goals, blood. Do you know what I mean? But because he's got so much pace, he affords himself the extra second to compose himself because he's so quick. And do you know what I mean? Ruud van Nistelrooy wasn't slow, but he wasn't pacey. Erling Haaland is rapid, bro. Like, in a foot race, like, he's beaten most centre-backs in the world, yeah, in a straight line foot race, yeah, over 20 meters. Comfortably. He's getting away from them. And the thing is,
then if you get close to him, it's a physical battle too. You're not winning that either.
There you go. And this is what it is. So it's like, even Zlatan in his prime, Zlatan never had pace to get away from players. Like, but if you come into him, he'll just lean on you. Haaland don't need to lean on you because you're not catching him anyway, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And this is the maddest thing about it. Because he's composed anyway, he does everything in his own time. Do you know what I mean? And that's the same. When you remember, like, Thierry Henry never had the box finishing skills, but when he was in 1v1s, you always knew he was going to score because he had the composure. But because he was so fast, he had time to take a touch. Look at no one nowhere near him, bruv, because he's left everyone for dead. You know, like that. When you ain't got pace, you kind of got to rush your work.
You got the guys ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. That's the difference between them winning the Champions League and not the last few years. Because they've always been one step off, and now they have this clinical fake finisher, bruv. When they're in them tight situations, that's gonna be the guy who bails them out. And I can see the Guardiola press conferences after if they win it. They'll be like, we were this close for years. He was the final step.
100%. And last, bruv, remember what they got to the final last time, innit? So, and they always say that they never win it the first time around in the final. So it's the second time, innit? So
they would have won it with Haaland. He would have been the difference, mate. He ain't missing those Foden chances.
Oh, facts. Big facts. I mean, we're just saying rating Haaland's thing this season. To be fair, yeah, I always knew that he was just a finisher. Yeah, like people can say his link play is improving. It's going to improve because he's at Man City. He's doing rondos and that. He's playing with these guys. Like, you cannot not improve playing with Bernardo, De Bruyne, fucking Foden, Mahrez, Grealish, like Rodri. Like,
you know how much they've all improved.
Yeah, 100%.
Remember, like in their first year or two, they weren't shit, but it's like they weren't getting as much game time. They weren't really doing as well as the prominent players in the squad at the time. But by the second, third season, they're moving fucking nuts. You just deep that. Yeah. What is Haaland going to be on next season? What's he going to be on the season after that?
This is what
he could be doing even more. He could be adding 20 plus assists to his game,
bro. And this
is fucking frightening, bro.
And then that makes him a monster,
bro. He's already a monster. I don't know what words you make for it at that point. You could be looking at like 60, 80 GA in a season if Pep gets everything right with him, and he's not even got anything wrong so far.
But this is it. So, like, when I look at him, obviously he's at that age and he's around the players that, remember, he's never had to utilize that part of the game, of his game, because the teams he's played in, and now he's at Man City. Bruv, the world's his oyster, innit? Like, you're just gonna keep scoring goals, and it's a weird one because I always said that, like, he'll go there for a couple of seasons and he'll fuck off. But bruv, as long as Pep's there, I can't see him wanting to leave, bruv, because you don't get bored of winning trophies, bruv.
I think it would take a Madrid or something to come in and offer a new challenge, like with a very good payout for him to leave. And I think that could happen because Haaland, I think after a while, will be like, I want to go to a different league, have a new challenge and all that. Because, come on, all they have to do is win the Champions League and it's like it's done already because they're going to win the league next season anyway. Unless, depending on what happens in the next season or two, might win it the year after that too. I'd be very surprised if he goes a year without winning the league. So I could see after like 2-3 years or something, you'd be like, I've conquered England, this whatever. I've been there, done that. I'll go to another country. I'll go Spain or something. Maybe back to Germany, win the Bundesliga or something. I don't know. But like there will be other challenges out there for him. But till then, shit. Like
100%. I think him to replace Benzema, almost makes the most amount of sense.
I feel like that makes sense because they're meant to have a buyout clause in the second year of his contract coming out. Feels like they're waiting for Madrid.
Maybe. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I feel like Mbappe has probably burnt his bridges with Real Madrid anyway. And to be fair, Mbappe is not an out-and-out centre forward, so he could still end up playing out wide. But Vinicius is there.
I feel like PSG are burning their bridges with everybody right now.
Facts.
Like
they're imploding, bro.
House, the Messi chance and all of that. Place looks like a fucking mess right now.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad. Like I'm surprised they were going after Neymar. Messi, like, it's messy and everything, but like I kind of understand you haven't really got what you were hoping to get with him in the year or two that he's been there. Neymar, though, like he spent the prime of his career there. Like, if anything, this season's been more injuries, if anything. So I'm surprised they turned it on him so fast. Like, apparently they broke into his house and everything.
You know what it is, Like he's given them his prime. Do you know what I mean? Which is mad.